The CDC has released new guidance this week, shortening the isolation period for people with confirmed infections to 5 days from 10, so long as they are asymptomatic. The move has been partly designed to ease staff shortages in hospitals, airlines, and other vital services. Some infectious disease experts, however, have faulted the policy for not distinguishing between vaccinated and unvaccinated people who recover from the virus at different rates. This policy also does not require any testing to confirm a person is no longer infectious before they go back to work or socialize. States New York and California are showing highest daily infections number. On this and much more, we spoke with ITV Go's senior health expert, Dr. Tushar Patel. Here is Dr. Patel. Let's now talk about the big news, doctor, that we are hearing this week, the CDC guidelines that have changed. The guidelines from going from 10 days to 5 days if you get COVID-19 and have mild symptoms. How are you feeling about that? And do you think it's too early?
Actually, this is too late. Most transmission occurs day before, 2 days before, and 3 days after the symptoms. So 85 to 90% of this transmission occurs within 5 days. So those individuals who doesn't have symptoms, who are asymptomatic, they can come out of isolation, quarantine after 5 days and wear the mask. I think that is the most practical approach now in the third phase of this pandemic. We don't need to take too drastic of steps to keep people 10 days on quarantine, because that is not practical at all. And I think that will definitely lead to crisis in the workforce, especially in the first responders, the hospital setting, the law enforcement, and the grocery store. So I think the CDC took this step. It's little late, but I think it's a good step right now.
Oh, wow, that's always a good news when to see CDC do the right thing. Let's now talk about something that Dr. Anthony Fauci has stressed, and it has to do with travel. We're seeing a lot of travel this year. It has been the highest in the pandemic that we have seen. It is holiday season. He thinks that we should consider a vaccine mandate for domestic travel. There's already a mandate, I believe, for international traveling. If anybody that wants to enter the country must show proof of vaccination. How important do you think this step could be if you do it on domestic level?
It could be a game changer for the overall response in this pandemic in this country. If we have that vaccination mandate, just like testing, I think definitely that will help reduce the spread. And I think we can ensure that the people who are catching that flight or getting that flight is safer in the air and not transmitting the virus to others.
Yeah, definitely. And also, for anybody that has tested positive, doctor, during this holiday season, what are some steps that they should take according to you?
So one thing, testing has been a biggest challenge in the USA. It was a challenge last year and no difference this year. The government focused on vaccination, distribution, administration, which was good, but also needed to prepare for the worst case scenario, just like we have right now, 250,000 cases every day, need to have planned for millions and millions of testing. So the good news is by mid of January, we'll have billions of maybe 2 billion tests available in the USA. However, right now, the testing situation is so worse. People are waiting in the line for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So my advice, practical advice to all individuals, if you feel sick, stay home, quarantine yourself for 5 days. If you can get the test, that is the best approach. If you can't, just isolate yourself, quarantine yourself 5 days. If you don't have symptoms, you are okay to go out. But I think it's a very tricky situation right now with the testing, and I think hope within next couple of weeks, and I think the number of cases will double after this holiday, after January 1. By mid-January, my guess is we will see probably 500,000 cases every day, up to 1 million cases every single day.
Oh, wow. So how bad would that be after the holiday season?
So by mid-January, we will see a huge surge in cases. The good news is we will have more testing available at a community level, at a big centers and all the pharmacy. And hopefully that will help isolating people, not spreading the disease. So I think we have some good news and we have some bad news coming. So I think hopefully we can balance those by mid-January.
New York City, just our neighbor, has decided that they're going to open the schools next week in person, and they're one of the largest school districts in the world, in the country. How important do you think that step is, and do you think it's okay for them to open at this point?
So after almost 2 years, we know that how to manage the school, how to manage the kids. Schools can be safely open after the New Year's, as we know how to keep the kids safe by good ventilation, masking, and testing. If we take all those steps, there is no reason for the government or the mayors to have the schools closed. I think January 1, January 2nd, when the school year begins, I think we should be able to safely open the school and have the kids safely back to the school with all those measures we have been taking for last year and a half.